There have been over 100 documented reports of ghost sightings, which makes Bachelor's Grove one of the most haunted cemeteries in the United States, and is also listed as one of America's scariest places. The forested area right outside of Chicago contains a small cemetery where many people witness glowing balls of light hovering over the area, and sightings of men and women dressed in white. Chicago Huntings Company offers private ghost tours that may include the cemetery, as well as the other famous Chicago hunts. The cemetery is located just off the most traveled turnpike. Would I recommend visiting the cemetery? Probably not, because you might come back with something paranormal attached to you.
Deep in the forest preserves of southern Cook County lies what is known as the most haunted cemetery in the world. A long and winding gravel trail leads us to the overgrown and eerie entrance of Bachelor's Grove, infamous for its unearthly images, strange sounds, and floating
Son, my
orbs.
bag, like something is yanking like a little kid.
And I turned around, and when I did, I saw his camera bag come up off his shoulder like this 3 times. He went ghost white. I went ghost white. Are you the one who scared my friend? It's the only thing I could think to say. And sure enough, as we reviewed it, we heard this voice come out of nowhere. Just ominous. Yes. It was time to leave.
Here is the audio recording of that voice.
Were you the one who just scared my friend Doug?
The encounter took place near this headstone, which is where this picture was taken. Scattered throughout the cemetery are old and crumbling headstones. The most well-known apparition was a translucent woman dressed in old-fashioned clothes, seen perched on this headstone. And she was photographed with an infrared camera.
The photographer was just standing right behind us. They said they didn't see anything at the time. It's been reviewed by Kodak. Kodak couldn't give a definitive answer, so it remains a mystery.
This place seems distant from the paranormal world, but the area known as West Hills has boasted amazing paranormal activity for over a century. Mount Misery Road, named by settlers cursing its difficult passage, and the area near Sweet Hollow Road have a rich history of paranormal sightings. Some lists have Mount Misery Road and the nearby Sweet Hollow Road as 2 roads with truly haunted histories. Ghostly faces are seen in the trunks of trees. Strange lights play over the woods, and misty apparitions appear to drivers near the Northern State Parkway. Legend has it that there was a psychiatric hospital built in the woods surrounding the road, and the hospital burned to the ground in the 19th century, with the fire being started by a patient at the hospital. Every patient and employee died. No one is telling you to check the area out, but it is not recommended.
Whether it's the road itself that generates the stories, or whether it's the stories that have kind of proliferated and sort of taken on a life of their own and focused on the road, it's hard to say.
Something's going on with this place.
Yeah, there's definitely something here.
Most people say this is like the #1 haunted spot
on
Long Island.
Yes, it is. Yeah. I don't know. This is some weird stuff that goes on here daily.
We like to go to places that are beautiful, and I think spirits and souls would also want to go to a place that's very. Can you imagine what this place must be like after dark?
There's 2 stories about the overpass at the Northern State. They're both involving teenage boys. One is a rumor saying that some teenage boys had a suicide pact and hung themselves.
You get to the bridge about maybe like 20 feet before you get to it. You stop there and you flash your headlights 3 times. Supposedly, you're supposed to see the shadows of them hanging.
There's one, if you beep the horn, they will come out and attack you. The other one is if you don't beep the horn, they will come out and get you.
Exactly.
So it's kind of, people have this little kind of moment of indecision.
All right, one last question. Why do you think people come here, man? Why do you think?
It's a lot of fun.
A luxury location for people to visit is 75 feet up in the Rockies and over a century old. The Stanley Hotel is a popular haunted destination, in a large part due to Stephen King's horror novel, The Shining. King and his wife stayed in a haunted hotel at the end of one season, and nightmares caused the writers to develop the story. Today, it is considered to be one of the top haunted U.S. locations. The hotel was founded by F.O. and Flora Stanley, husband and wife, who may still be found around the grand rooms. Visitors and staff hear Flora playing the piano, and the ghosts are apparently much more peaceful than those in King's imagination. Paranormal Society caught amazing evidence during the filming of their show, and others have had their fair share of encounters. Staff and guests report everything from apparitions of children to objects moving by themselves. In addition to the magnificent views and lovely rooms, the hotel offers night tours for visitors who dare. Spend the night in this scary hotel, only if you could last through the night.
Talking about today about the haunted houses in Colorado. Some are just plain scary, even without the actors and all the makeup. And employees and guests at the legendary Stanley Hotel in Estes Park argue their hotel is just such a place. 9 News reporter Aristea Brady and photojournalist Kevin Sullivan discovered they're not kidding.
Guests in the closet of room 401.
It's probably the most haunted room in the hotel.
Or maybe it's the fact that Stephen King says it was here in room 217.
I like you, Lloyd. I always liked you.
Where he got his material.
Completely unintentional.
There's someone else in the hotel with us.
Guests say it's the faces you can't see in the mirrors of the Stanley Hotel that they fear. But is it possible